Hi everyone, it's Louise from Louloupurple. Today I'm going to be taking part in a video hop. First of all, I am using a VersaFine ink pad on my stamps. I stamp the image and then I use my Cosmic Shimmer clear emboss powder over the top of the image. Now I am using my heat tool to heat set all the emboss powder on all my images. For my next step, I am using my distress inks and my blending tool to create my background. I am now using my distress inks and a paintbrush to colour in all my images. I'm not being very careful about going over the edges because I'll be cutting these out afterwards. I am now using my archival ink pad and a chicken wire rubber stamp, and I'm just going around the outside edge to create a border. I am now using a text stamp to add some interest to my background. Now I am cutting out all my images. Now that all my images are cut out, I am using a Pitt pen to go around the edges of all my images. I am now using double-sided tape and my Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue to mat and layer my background. So here I am using my die cutting machine and a banner die around my sentiment. I am now using my distress glaze over the top of all my distress ink. This will seal it. Now I am layering all my images onto my background. Because of the distress glaze, my foam pads were not sticking to the back of my images, so I'm using some acrylic glue to stick them down. I am now using my glossy accents over one set of the pumpkins. This is to give them a 3D look. You have to let the glossy accents dry overnight. I am using foam pads on some of the images so that they stand out. I realised here that my banner was going to be too big for my background, so I cut it down to size. This is the next day and the glossy accents on my pumpkin has dried completely. I am adding some glitter to the cat's hat. I am now using my dark sepia pit pen to add some shadowing to my images. I am now using my distress paints watered down to add splashes to my background. I am now using my Perfect Medium ink pad, which is a clear ink, and I am using my clear emboss powder to create a pumpkin border around the outside of this piece of card. I am now using my distress inks and my blending tool to add colour to my background. Again, I am using my distress glaze over the top of my distress inks to seal them in. Again, I am using my distress paints watered down to add some splashes to the background. I am using double-sided tape and my Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue to matte and layer this piece of card. I am now using some foam tape to add dimension to this layer. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Links to my website, Facebook and more will be in the description below. Thanks again for watching and I hope you got inspired. To carry on with this video hop, all you need to do is click on the top link in the description area below.